Anyone, welcome everybody to our watch along for AEW Dynamite Blood and Guts, long-awaited show, pushed back from Newark a year ago, rescheduled, and now it's on free TV, sort of, or regular cable. And we've got myself, Evil Dose, and That's So Kaden. Well, formerly That's So Kaden, now the Dirtsheet Kaden. Any truth to the reports that the Daniel Bryan, Andrade, Eric Rowan, Matt Cardona, and some unknown other fifth member of WWE are going to make it a bloodier and gutsier fatal three-way?
Is this a meme or is this a real thing? I've been out of the loop today.
No, this is just a total meme that I made.
Okay.
How Daniel Bryan was added to everything. King Kong versus Godzilla versus Daniel Bryan.
I am dealing with some audio issues, so I'm going to be working on that for the first little bit of the show to get everything fixed up.
That's fine. Matt McCarthy versus Liz Cheney versus Daniel Bryan. So we're starting. We've got Don Callis coming out. It was Kenny Omega's graphic, but no Kenny Omega yet. We got Michael Nakazawa, no longer dressed as a wrestler, but as a tech guy, headphone, laptop, wearing Dockers and a AEW tennis shirt.
You're going to probably end up being around at least 30 seconds ahead of me since I'm watching on Hulu.
Hulu?
I don't have cable.
Don Callis was listing off a whole lot of Japanese legend names, and he included Nakazawa in that.
Man, this is not working.
Oh, Kenny Omega can't make it tonight, so Nakazawa is not going to disappoint the fans, and he's going to face Moxley and Kingston by himself. This appears to be news to Nakazawa, who is not happy about it all. Here comes the black and white barbed wire graphic. So you know what that means. That means Jon Moxley, and out comes Kingston first. Looking like your unemployed uncle that shows up twice a year for the family barbecues and brings nothing and bums cigarettes. There he is, Kingston. The most NWA 1982 jobber ring gear in the major leagues. La Sicaria is here as well. La Sicaria, it looks like we're double live. We're live for the viewers. We're also live, I guess, beaming straight to Ecuador and parts unknown.
Man, Kingston's gear is terrible.
Los gente. Oh, okay. Kenny Omega's there, and he sneaks up from behind him with the belt, and he starts slobber knockering them with the belt. Takes out Omega, and now he's turning his attention to Kingston, puts him into the ring. Nakazawa's laying the boots down. Omega says, ring the bell.
I'm on an entrance right now. Oh, there's Kenny. Kenny just laying in with that belt there.
All right, listen, you should, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pause it so that we're together. So tell me when you see Kenny Omega go to Kingston draped over the second rope.
All right.
Looking like he's going to give him a wedgie.
Right now, Knox choking him with the headphones.
Has Omega started hitting Kingston yet?
Not yet. He just got tagged. He just got tagged in, and he is hitting him now.
Okay. Did he pick him up yet?
Not yet.
Front headlock?
No, he just picked him up for the front headlock.
All right. Here we go. So we should be around the same time now. And he just tagged in Nakazawa.
Nakazawa tagged in.
All right. There we go. So we are around the same time.
Let's talk about this setup. We got the 2-ring setup. I would guess the ring, they were able to figure out how to suspend it above. I think that was their issue and why we were getting told it was a one-match show is I think they weren't able to suspend that cage above until a few weeks ago.
That makes sense. You were saying all along that you didn't think they were going to be able to get the 2 rings next to each other.
I did. I thought they would get I thought it wouldn't be in there.
Yeah, no, the Jacksonville Stadium was posited, but it's not the same. Jacksonville Stadium is owned by the city of Jacksonville. This is owned by the Khan family.
They can use the stadium if they want to.
They can use it if they rent it. And the rent for an entire stadium is very expensive for a TV show.
Do you know if they had to pay to use it for Double or Nothing too?
Yes.
For the Stadium Stampede?
Yeah, they absolutely have to pay for it.
I'm gonna look this up.
The one thing to note is last time I saw it in the ring, the laptop was still in the heel corner, so the ref didn't take it out yet. So we'll take a look to see if it's still there, because it may play a factor yet in this match. You know what we should do? I don't know if you have the opportunity to do it or ability to do it, but if you could get laptop's still there. If you could get a still of Moxley when he was Dean Ambrose, when he first came back to WWE after his injury, when he was looking jacked, and put a still of that on the screen, compare with a still of him now, and see if there's as noticeable difference as I think there was in my mind.
I agree. Moxley deflated. He even noticing it at Hell in a Cell, which was a month later, he deflated a ton.
Yeah, I'm just not sure if it's as dramatic as I've made it out to be in my head.
It's not as. No, I'm trying to find it.
Well, I remember when he first came back, he had like traps and his shoulders were all squared, and he just looked very solid. And he, he is not in bad shape. He's in much better shape than I am, but he looks like a guy who went from working out 5 days a week for 2 or 3 hours a day to someone who maybe just does maintenance. Yeah. Oh my God, the difference is dramatic. He looks like someone who maybe works out 2 or 3 days a week for like 20 or 30 minutes just for some basic upkeep.
Yeah, you could tell it's very soon after he came back to WWE in 2018 that he started that trend. I noticed that around, which even a month later was Hell in a Cell, and I noticed that he was a little deflated there.
Yeah. It's not easy to pump up, but it takes work. I mean, if you do it, you will pump up. But it's easy to deflate, especially as you get older. Now, he is not old. He's not old like me, but with me, it's been ridiculous. I mean, everything. I can no longer do my usual life habit of work out for 2 years and then take a decade or so off.
Mm-hmm.
So let that be a lesson to you kids. If you exercise, it's better to do something rather than nothing, rather than be me and exercise hard for 2.5 years and nothing for a decade, because that habit is getting very hard to break at 52. I'm really enjoying the not exercise part. So this has now become more of a traditional tag team match. They seem to be adhering to tag team rules. Oh, it looks like the ring is. They are next to each other. Now, do you know if we're going to have any surprises joining us?
As far as I'm aware, no. But it is very possible that we get a few here and there.
Did anyone get a notification that this show is even happening? By anyone, I mean the Unpopular Review universe.
Let me go get people to share that.
Oh, yeah, there is a watch along. So, okay. So let me share that as well.
Let me go put that in the group. Oh.
All right, sorry folks for not talking right now. I'm just posting the link in my Facebook, and then I'm going to share it to some wrestling groups as well.
That's what I'm about to do as well. Or that's what I'm doing actually right now.
Good. That's what we should have done a while ago, but hey. Ladies
and gentlemen, if you're watching, make sure you guys leave a like, share, subscribe if you're on YouTube. It looks like we got some people on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, drop a like, go share it with your friends. That way we can get more people watching.
Yeah, please do. And chat, I know that I'm looking down right now, but that's because I'm doing the sharing now. This was sort of a impromptu thing. I don't even know why I'm bothering with the Ring of Honor group. Okay. All right, folks, I'm almost done with my lists. All right, so there we go. All right, so hopefully we're going to be joined by some friends soon. We'll see. So anyway, we've got, it looks like Kingston and Moxley are firmly in control. They got Nakazawa and a half Nelson. Moxley's coming in. He basically clotheslined them both. Of course, Nakazawa taking the brunt of it. And a 3 count, and this match is over. I will still say that the build-up for this match was ridiculous. They had Omega in a predicament where his ankle was going to be Pillmanized, and Don Callis said you can have anything you want, and this is the match they wanted. Not a title match, not a title opportunity. Uh-oh. Here comes two kids that got lost from their parents off a cruise. Oh, no, it's the Young Bucks.
My TV threw me out, so I'm going back in right now.
Oh, and from behind, it's the Goof Brothers. I don't know why someone just doesn't pull that earring right out of Gallows' ear.
Got the Good Brothers and the Young Bucks.
Yep, so we've got a 4-on-2 right now, and I guess eventually Omega and Nakazawa will make their way back, or at least Omega.
So it looks like if I can make an educated guess, it would be Kingston and Moxley versus the Good Brothers, and the winner goes against the Young Bucks. Or
we have the next star of the Marine, the technician, David Sanderson in the Marine 7.
I appreciate it. So let me get this straight. So you want me to respect AEW, right? But then you have a world champion that walks out on his own tag team partner and his own friend Michael Nakazawa. What kind of crap is that? And now the Young Bucks are beating Jon Moxley with a sock and then a super kick.
Well, the thing about Nakazawa is that he's a sacrificial lamb. He's basically bait. He's
David, you're acting like Bobby Lashley didn't beat up 2 of his members of his group.
Here comes Omega with Brandon Cutler wearing the face shield, doing the videography. So their whole bunch of clowns is here. They got the clown brigade and the guys who are not supposed to be clowns brigading as well.
Jump to the ring, and I don't know what the hell Kenny's doing.
He's directing traffic. He's making you'll see it on BTE this week. He's doing the Sami Zayn. He's chronicling this for posterity. The destruction and dismantling of Eddie Kingston. One Winged Angel. Oh, Kingston. Ouchie. Oh, my hole. 1, 2, 3. Oh, he could have counted to 10 on that one. Oh, Tranquilo. LFI, Forbidden Door.
Andrade to AEW, confirmed.
Right, and the Los Ingobernables de Japan as well. And LFI from La Facción, LFI from and RH. All of the doors are open.
Wait, what? Hold on, I'm behind.
Oh.
What the
Sheeta
hell?
versus Britt Baker confirmed for Double or Nothing.
Wow.
I don't understand.
Oh, they changed the date of it. I might
What
be able to actually go.
What do you mean Andrade and AEW confirmed? All I see is Sheeta versus Britt Baker for Double or Nothing. That's it.
Oh my God, you're so You missed it. You missed it.
Yeah.
I didn't miss anything. I was watching the whole time.
You missed it. Nope, you missed it.
Remember how I was impressed that your turtle's name was Turtle? It's like that.
What? Okay.
All right, Cody Rhodes versus QT.
Yes. Oh. In with the old and out with the old. Two 35-year-olds representing the new age and the new age. Or the old age and the old age. Factory versus factory. Oh, David does look different. Yeah, he's starring in the Marine 7, Elvis.
Thank you.
And he gets to do totally nude sex scenes with Maurice.
Whoa. We're on the air, Jeff.
Totally nude sex scenes is not okay, but your usual shut the fuck up is?
Yes.
Oh, I understand.
Yes.
You should work for a network and run their standard and practices.
Why?
Because you're so good at it.
Okay.
Look, it's Katniss Everdeen.
Katniss Everdeen. Wait a minute, what?
Katniss Everdeen, the AEW confirmed.
Oh, be quiet.
He's not watching the same ads we are, I don't think.
No, I'm seeing it now.
Okay.
The Hunger Games marathon.
I'm behind.
Great.
That's why.
Oh, Dave, you're calling.
Jason Statham to AEW confirmed.
David, have you ever dated a girl that did that ribbon dancing thing? You should.
David looks different.
Does he look better or worse,
Elvis.
Elvis?
Yes, Elvis.
We already highlighted that if you were paying attention.
That's what a haircut does.
Well, it's our only comment, David, so, you know.
Make sure you guys drop your comments. So we want to know what you guys think about this show tonight. AEW Blood and Guts.
Damien!
Yeah, Blood and Guts live reaction, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
What's up,
Damian
DJ?
Jones, what is going on, man?
Well, there would have been more reactions if we promoted this thing timely.
I actually shared this thing everywhere, and apparently Elvis thinks Ricochet is confirmed for AEW. I think otherwise, because he's gonna get traded the same as he is in WWE right now. They don't like high flyers.
Well, he's under contract, so
they don't like high flyers unless you're the Young Bucks. We'll be in
We'll
Orlando.
be in Orlando
I know.
this
We talked
weekend.
about that. Let's definitely meet up, Ben.
wow.
David, everybody in AEW is pretty much a high flyer except Miro and Brian Cage.
Well, also Eddie
Yeah.
Kingston. We just saw one that
Eddie
isn't.
Kingston's not a high flyer. Neither is Jon Moxley. I don't know what
He's
you're
like-
talking about, bro.
You have 4 examples of people that aren't. Everybody else, their champion is considered a high flyer.
Oh, please, whatever. Yeah.
So,
apparently-
let's
apparently-
I would consider
apparently
both of
Kenny
their
Omega
champions.
Apparently, Kenny Omega needs to be the champion of 3 promotions for whatever reason. Kaden beat the blood and guts out of David.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That
Okay.
will be
Beat the hair
happening.
off of him. David lost the hair versus, Leave Town match.
I mean, I would have lost all my hair in that case, but I did not lose all my hair.
No, Kaden's just not that good at cutting hair. You got Brutus the Barber of Beefcake. Look at QT
Yeah.
with the crew. Here he goes.
And here
Going
comes
to a
QT
go-go
Marshall.
is there. We got the son of Haku and Billy Jack Haynes there, and Rabbi Shlomo Aaron Shlomo.
So is QT Marshall I don't really keep up with AEW. Is the factory basically members of the Nightmare Factory? Is that what this is?
It's 3 members of the Nightmare Factory.
Okay.
They're rogue element. They're like the wolf. They're like the NW Wolf Pack.
So they're from like the developmental sort of AEW.
Not exactly. It's Cody and
You know what I'm
QT's
talking about, right?
gym, which
'Cause-
you could consider it developmental, but it's not because AEW draws from about 50 different gyms. It's not their main gym; it's one of their gyms.
It's true.
All right, well that's QT Marshall, and now we got the man himself, the man who loves to put himself over.
The Nightmare
Nonetheless,
family.
Cody Rhodes.
With
Hey,
the
David, remember that time that Triple H won the belt at Royal Rumble a few years ago
Okay, but you also have to realize who else
when he was
who else
running
gonna be
when he was
champion?
literally running NXT, he put himself over and won the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble.
Okay, but that made sense
Remember
because
that?
who else was going to be champion at that time?
Roman Reigns,
Roman Reigns, they did that for storyline purposes.
Literally
anybody,
anybody else, David. Why did it have to be Triple H? It literally could have been any other
blows and Cody doing it to the mat. Slap fight.
Whatever. And this match is underway, and gentlemen are getting a quick work of each other. And Cody just paid tribute to his brother Goldust right there.
Birthday girl Kylie
Dustin Rhodes
is in the background there. Cody comes in alone. Doesn't have anything else. That's right. Triple threat tonight. See the dirt sheet.
He loves to see the dirt sheet, the technician himself, and the dose of the evil.
Bryce Remser taking away that
reminding
belt.
all of you
and listen,
like, love, and share the stream on all your wrestling timelines and platforms.
I don't want to spoil anything to the UPR universe, but we may have a special guest to our triple threat that rhymes with Smanuel Schmayan.
Oh, and QT Marshall just smashing Cody in his back with his weight belt.
That's actually, you talk about AEW not doing good storytelling in the ring. That's actually very good storytelling because from about
I didn't say they didn't do good storytelling. I'm just saying I don't like people.
David, I'm explaining what happened. You got Cody going to use that belt, which he's been using for about 2 years in his matches, even though he's supposed to be a face, but does heel stuff, which makes no sense. But he goes to use it. Bryce Remser takes that belt away, and then QT ends up using it instead. It's good long term that QT's going to use Cody's own games.
Oh, kick out at one.
QT knew Cody, that was his go-to move, but, never to be fooled for long. I see they're alternating rings.
And a big chops in the corners by both QT and Cody.
I did not like when they first started this QT story. I've been very adamant about that, but I've loved everything they've done since then. I've very much enjoyed the story they've told here.
Well, welcome to my bandwagon because I was on board immediately.
And Elvis says, Happy Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo to you, Elvis.
Yeah, we got fake Hispanic holidays going on.
Hey. Mexico is celebrating its liberation from France.
They don't celebrate it in Mexico.
They don't, actually.
Yes, it's just not.
American thing.
It's an American holiday.
I don't know why, but it is.
It's an American excuse to get drunk on a weeknight.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure all those May the 4th be with you made us drink, and we needed an excuse.
It's Revenge of the 5th.
That's real.
That's right. Good.
And a big German suplex by QT Marshall. Cody Rhodes rolling outside of the ring here.
It looks like QT got his body freshly waxed for this match.
I'm loving the
birthday girl, Kylie King, right there with her raccoon blue stripe.
Where is there's the commentary. It's kind of off to the side a little bit.
No, wait. Is that who is that? That's not Ashante Adonis, is it?
When they go back to it, I'll look.
Because we haven't seen him in NXT in a while.
You are so racist.
The hair. Do you know who it is?
No, I don't. But it's not Ashante Adonis.
Okay, relax.
How is this not a disqualification?
That should have been a disqualification right there. Arn Anderson striking QT Marshall.
I guess it doesn't matter because Arn's too old.
No. Well, maybe it's a no DQ match. I don't know, but maybe it should be. Boy, he should not.
And the officials are ejecting Arn Anderson from ringside instead of disqualifying Cody Rhodes. But
technically speaking, it's up to referee interpretation on if they want to cause the disqualification.
Well, we do have a referee here. Is that true?
So, yeah, well, obviously, I'm a referee. This referee doesn't know how to do his job because that should have been a blatant disqualification. They are obviously working with the Nightmare Family and Cody Rhodes. This is ridiculous. This is the kind of and you expect me to have respect for a company like this? Like, come on.
All right, relax. Just cover the show.
I saw that, right? Exactly.
So wait, is Elvis pregnant? Is that what's happening? Is he going to give birth in 3 months?
Yes. 3 more months until my day. Who are you giving birth to? Better Wi-Fi?
See, Dave, when we call you in to give the ref opinion, it's like on the NFL games when they go to the ref, we're expecting intelligent ref breakdowns, not you burying the product that we're covering right now.
No, but I'm saying, so when somebody's when one of the competitors is being attacked outside of the ring, that's a blatant disqualification. It shouldn't be. It's not the referee's decision. It should just be.
David, have you studied the rule books of All Elite Wrestling?
Of All Elite Wrestling?
Have you studied the rule books given to the referees?
Apparently, it's different compared to all the other companies. So apparently,
every company, David, every company has different rules. Company has different
rules.
New Japan Pro Wrestling has a 20 count outside the ring, while WWE has a 10 count.
Okay, but those are, but when somebody's getting attacked outside of the ring, that's a blatant disqualification.
Have you read the AEW rulebook? Because it seems like you have not.
3 more months until Elvis saves a ton of money by switching to Geico. Okay, great.
Okay, well, apparently AEW's rules are all out of whack, but that's fine.
I mean, in Lucha Libre, they don't have to do tags. In Ring of Honor, they have different rules for the pure rule matches and the non-pure rule matches. I mean, Caden's right. They could have different rules. They could have referee discretion for outside interference. Lord knows they need it, since that's how they pay people if they're on TV. So if they have 900 people under contract and they need to get 400 of them on the air on Dynamite, and you know, they need to have a lot of outside interference and a lot of people singing Judas. So, and I guess all of them can't sing well.
Remind us how 2 out of 3 falls works.
2 out of 3 falls works this way. Somebody has to get pinned twice in order to lose.
Kaden, do you have any actual action footage of David explaining this in an actual ring situation?
It's possible that I do.
The following contest is a 2 out of 3 falls match where any. Sorry.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You know, you can laugh all you want. That's fine. You're getting. in the ring with
wait.
two more beautiful women than Amber Nova.
The following contest is a 2 out of 3 falls match where.
No, stop, because I'm trying to make a point.
He left.
Well, it sounded like his point was that he got nervous being around 2 beautiful women, which is really not a point that would help him much.
I don't think it does anything to help his case. That means he's not ever around women.
I don't think so. I mean, you know, if he's going to be a wrestling ref, he's going to be around attractive, athletic women in the future. He needs to get used to it. Now, in fairness, that's what training and school is about.
We got people laughing all in the
comments. Did he get paid?
You mean he did pay?
Yeah, no, you pay to go to vocational school. Wrestlers pay to go to school. The only place you go to get paid for wrestling school is NXT, and most people have paid their way through other wrestling schools before they go to NXT.
Unless you're a model.
Or like a Olympian or a prodigy. But think of it more like you're getting a scholarship to graduate school.
QT's ass was just on TV.
Yes, and they pixelated out. They
pixelated it.
David, if you're listening, come back in. We'll be nice, sir.
Maybe.
Nice, sir. Better, less mean. Maybe, I don't know. Oh, so this match is still on. So, all right. Listen, QT doesn't look awful this match, so that's something.
I actually have really enjoyed this match so far. I thought it's been good.
It's okay. I mean, it's fine. I would have liked to see more antics from the Factory.
I would bet it's going to be in the finish.
Well, of course it'll be in the finish, but I'd like them to make themselves known, to be, to surround the 3 sides of the ring.
Yeah. I can understand that.
Maybe 1 or 2 of them stand in the ring that's not being used, so they're always sort of hovering over the referee.
I wonder. I'll have to look on Twitter. I'll have to check on Twitter to see if maybe they were banned from ringside.
It's true story. QT actually developed the Crossroads, and Cody stole it from him. I got that from the Bunny when QT and she were dating. Oh, wait, look what's going on here. We got some good stuff here. We got Dark Side of the Ring Season 2 finale. President of UPR? No, thank you. It's like herding cats that have 3 legs. No, thank you.
Oh.
It's a buckle bomb. QT is just dominating this match. Oh, it's going to be a tombstone pile driver, but no. Oh, my God. Oh, come on. Now that was... Oh, look at that. Oh, look at the athleticism. Look. Oh, no. This is like one of those
only 5
carnival rides. Oh, what a surprise. Who comes out on top with that one? QT, thank God. Thank God, QT. Digging deep. What is that on
QT's got to win. QT has to win this match.
It looks like Cody had a lance boiled on the back there.
Man, people hate on Cody a lot, but I don't know the last time he's put on a bad match.
No, I don't either. What was that?
David just texted AEW sucks, so he's a little salty.
Who the hell kicks out of a tombstone?
A lot of people.
Right. All right. We're going to have to mute him.
David would not like Kazuchika Okada.
Who? Did you just make that name up?
I might have. It's possible.
All right.
Cody locking in the figure 4 leg lock.
Oh, Cody's busted open again.
Oh, when is Cody not busted open in a match? Let's be real here.
I think it is real. That looks like it's coming from Pardai. Oh, and QT taps out with the figure 4.
Man, that sucks.
I wonder if they called it because of the blood or if that was the planned finish.
I think that was the planned finish. That goes up. That went about as long as it should have. Although he's got blood all in his eyes.
Yeah.
That was a good match, though. I wish QT had won with outside interference, but it was a good match.
Yeah, the other guys must have gotten barred from the ring when we weren't paying attention or when David was doing there.
Or they're going to turn on QT tonight.
Well, here comes a go-go. Looks like he's got a flag.
You get the Brit. The Brit's got his British flag. He's looking
and the gut punch.
Oh.
Cody doesn't have a single friend at ringside. Oh, and the Union Jack. Oh. Wow.
I gotta love that flag.
Do you know what makes up the Union Jack?
I have no clue. Why don't you tell me, Evil Dose?
It is the flags of England, Scotland, Ireland, and Wales laid on top of one another.
That's interesting. I did not know that.
Yep. So it literally is a Union flag.
Oh, interesting. Damian Jones saying, who is Omega fighting at Double or Nothing? I think they're announcing that tonight.
Yeah, that has not yet been decided, but I guess we'll find out.
Elvis wants Cody to win. Wanted Cody to win. Damian saying, get David back. That's his own decision. Go-Go out here, not over yet. Did a Go-Go trip. I didn't see him trip, but I mean, it's possible. I didn't notice that, though.
Interview with Sky and Paige. Quoting Batman, 1989.
Oh, he's going to kill Sting. He just needs a buckle bomb to do that.
That's right. Whoa. Scorpio Sky is the franchise, but he's got a tag team partner. That
I don't mind Scorpio being in a tag team with Ethan Page. I really like both of these guys, and they're not being used in singles, so it doesn't look like they're going to be. So use them in tag teams if they're going to do actual work there.
I I understand what you're saying, but don't call yourself the franchise player if you're in a tag team.
I think you can be in a tag team and call yourself the franchise player. I don't think it has to be mutually exclusive.
Call yourself the franchise players then. And he's all ego and he's the franchise player. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. Unless you have a tag team name. Unless their name, sort of represents, the extravagant ones or something.
Oh, they're in the rafters, so we're Sting. Oh, I thought he was going to throw him off the balcony for a minute.
He might. Well, there's Darby looking to jump off of something. Oh, no, not a plastic garbage bin.
Oh, right in the head.
Kick him down the stairs.
That's what's going to happen. He's going to throw him down the stairs.
Well, these are concrete stairs. I think that would be a bad idea.
It's Darby. He does anything he wants. Let's be real here. He doesn't care.
He might not care, but the people who pay him should. Or at least, look to throw him and cut away and, have something recorded before. So they did it, huh?
What did I say? Called it. He didn't do much rolling. It was more like a little jump at the end.
Still, it's still dangerous.
Definitely. Still dangerous, but it's Darby, so not surprising.
Damien's asking us, did a go-go trip? You mean on acid? Maybe. Bad, 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 bad boys. Oh my goodness! Wow. Where's the Terminator music? No, Darby should just be getting going. Doom, 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 doom.
Charmaine in here. Hi. Hi, Charmaine.
Charmaine. Hi. You're late.
All right, well, we got a little commercial break. While we're in this commercial break, why don't we talk about the speculation of Daniel Bryan? Came out last night, according to Sean Ross Sapp, Daniel Bryan's contract expired following the match on Friday against Roman Reigns, where he lost and was forced to leave SmackDown. Evil Dose, do you think the rumors are true that he is 100% no longer with the company?
I don't know what to believe because nobody was reporting his contract expired in April or at the end of April. Before they were all reporting September, and now all of a sudden everyone's reporting it. And I know Daniel Bryan said it. I still think it's storyline. I think that these contracts are known. I think they're made known in the shareholder reports about their major assets. And I don't see why a contract would expire on an arbitrary date like April 31st as opposed to an anniversary date like September. So I think this is fueled speculation.
I do know Daniel Bryan did come out in an interview and he said that his contract did not expire in September like everyone thought. He said it expired earlier. Yes,
I know he said that, but he said I still think this is storyline, but who knows? It's interesting, but I think it's storyline. I think it's every bit as much storyline as Jay White quitting New Japan and Shawn Spears quitting AEW. WWE has taken people off the active roster and put them on the alumni in storyline before, but oftentimes, or usually, it is real. But I'm going to stick with storyline for now, and we'll see what happens. But I don't really know what to believe. The only thing it does prove is that there is no actual wrestling journalism where they break stories before the fact. Everything is after the fact.
Mm-hmm. Now, let's assume that it's not real, it's not storyline. Which company would you like him to end up in? Would you like him to stay in WWE, go to NXT, go to New Japan, Ring of Honor, AEW?
Well, NXT is WWE, so it's the same thing. So that's not an option. Where would I like him to go? I mean, I think that he's earned the right to go wherever he wants to go. I imagine he wants to work a mostly part-time schedule. I think that he would probably find it most valuable to go to New Japan to have some of those dream matches. I don't think it's, out of the realm that he wouldn't want to go to Ring of Honor for a short arc to sort of help that company, give them an injection. out of fondness. But if he wants to make the biggest splash, I mean, he goes to AEW. I mean, it's as simple as that. I still don't think he goes anywhere.
Yeah, if I'm guessing he's not going to sign with a singular company, I could see him going to New Japan to do the G1 this year, go work those hardcore dates, and then that be really it for his full-time career.
You don't need to apologize to us, Sherman. We're just happy you're here. Mm-hmm. We put out the word late. Mm-hmm. Up, AEW's back. We got Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, number 1 ranked, with Rebel Not Reba.
DMD.
Open wide. What is that? Is that like the chocolate sauce that drips off of Alexa Bliss's crown? Reba really should get that knee checked out.
Reba's still harboring that knee injury.
Yeah, she's like the Iron Mike Sharp of 21st century.
The greatest doctor now, the beautiful Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
Well, somebody was just picking up on that. Jamie Elson. Hey, Jamie Elson. I think that's a new name to me.
It's a new name for me as well. Who do you think will face Omega at the pay-per-view? I'm guessing either Brian Cage or Kristen Cage. It'll be the match between the cages.
I think it double or nothing. I mean, if they have that match between the cages to determine the number 1 contender, that makes sense. I think it's going to probably be Kingston again for no apparent reason. I mean, they should do Moxley. Moxley's the match that people would pay to see.
I think it's going to be Mox and Kingston versus the Bucks. I think they'll do the Mox and Kingston versus the Good Brothers in in 2 weeks after Yuji Nagata and Moxley, and then they'll go into. All
right, I'm going to pick a dark horse, and I'm going to pick something instead of just going if this or that. I'm going to say Miro.
I don't like that because I know Miro's not going to win.
I don't know anything of the kind. I mean, it is heel versus heel, though, which doesn't make a lot of sense.
I don't think – no, they're going to probably do – I think it's going to be Christian Cage. And they'll
then it would make me right from months ago when I said Christian walked right into the title picture, which months ago was about 8 weeks ago. So, I mean, he's a face. It makes some sense. Cage looked like he was turning, but then didn't quite turn. Adam Page, he's tepid at this point. Who is this woman that Britt Baker is beating?
Caroline Jobber.
Caroline Jobber. Caroline in the city. Oh, well.
Oh.
Omega versus Sting. That's what Elvis says. That'd be funny.
God, no. I don't want to see Omega versus Sting. How am I doing? I'm doing good tonight. I'm excited for this Blood and Guts match. Very excited for the show in general. Miro doing great on AEW Dark Elevation. He looks great on the shows if you watch them. I watched a little bit of Elevation this week. Miro is looking great. He's looking very good. They're getting him some good squash matches. I think it's a little too early for him versus Kenny. I still am of the belief that Hangman will take the title from Kenny, and I think then they'll go into probably Hangman and Miro. And put
glorified squash match, folks, just in case you were wondering.
Brian versus Omega versus Andrade for the AAA title. I would not be surprised.
Here's the funny thing is that Omega is the one saying that he's a busy guy, which leads me to believe that he is not down with that. I think he knows that if he goes to a AAA title match, no matter who's in it, they're taking their title back, and I think he wants to do this belt collector thing. I don't think he's going to make it easy for them to have this match.
Mm-hmm. We got a hashtag Fire Taz.
Hashtag Fire Taz. There we go. I mean, listen, if it's not Brian Cage versus Omega, then we're definitely doing a hashtag Fire Taz. Why is there an orange filter over this whole thing?
Because it's supposed to be Taz's color.
But his guy lost.
It's Taz's techniques, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, I know. We're seeing it through Taz-colored eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like rose-colored eyes, it's Taz-colored eyes, where in his mind...
that Drill Claw looks awesome. Oh, such a good move.
Yeah, Cage should be a featured guy. He always should have been. Oh, we've got the Varsity Blondes. We have Brian Pillman Jr., who's really there just to promote the show about his dad, and Griff Garrison, formerly one half of Master and Machine from Ring of Honor.
Santana and Ortiz are in the main event tonight, the Pinnacle versus the Inner Circle. Omega versus Marco Stunt. I think that you'd be a little bit more mad about that than you would be for the Seidels.
Speaking of Marco Stunt, there he is. And we've got the Jurassic Express against the Varsity Blondes. Why? Fuck you, that's why. Ugh. These three guys. Folks, I used to like Luchasaurus. I would like to interview Luchasaurus, but I would like to interview Luchasaurus about medieval history, not about wrestling.
I will say the Jungle Boy theme is incredibly over in person there.
Well, that's fine.
Hey, it's good. If you can have a theme get over for someone, that can help them get over in general. It's always a good thing.
Well, this is a hit song from the 80s. It's not exactly hard to do.
Exactly. Use old songs if it's going to help them get over.
A song being over doesn't mean that the wrestler is over.
It can help.
Baron Corbin has great music. Aleister Black had fabulous music.
Corbin is a heel, and he was very over for what he was doing.
He's never been over a day in his life.
Corbin is possibly one of the best heels in the business before COVID.
Nobody's interested in Baron Corbin.
That's exactly why he was such a good heel. Everybody hated him.
No, nobody's interested. He's X-Pac.
He was fringe go away heat, but didn't get to that level yet.
No, he was go away heat. Here's the Acclaim coming on in. The executive consultant's favorite AEW team and possibly his favorite team, period.
Elvis asking, did I watch Dark Elevation on Monday? I watched the first half of it. I got to about Nyla Rose, her match, and then I finished there.
Oh, Dark Side of the Ring reference about Brian Jr. By the way, since his father's dead, he's not Junior anymore. He should just drop it.
Is he not still Junior even if his dad's dead? Does that even matter?
That's the way it works. If the senior is gone, you're no longer a junior. Hey, anybody in the audience have any news about Alberto Del Rio's trial? It was postponed till today. It was supposed to go on, and nobody is reporting it.
Awesome Kong she's retired. Apparently, that's what we're hearing. She has some very bad back injuries that forced her to retire. It was a soft retire, so it wasn't really talked about that much.
She was retired before she joined AEW. She was never there to wrestle. It was always a ruse.
It was always a little part-time thing to help the women a little bit before she had to go film Glow season 3 or season 4, which unfortunately was canceled. Fantastic show. If SCU does not win tonight, they are done as a tag team. That is the
look at this. People are copying our idea of doing a live show now. PW Hustle, if you're listening, I know what you're up to. Listen, UPR fans and new friends, let your friends know we're going to have our review show as we normally do after AEW Dynamite. So that show is still coming with its full cast. So Dirtsheet Kaden is going to be working 2 jobs tonight. He's going to be joined by Big Daddy Cool, Stephen Pena, and the Sheriff Tamara Davis. And they're going to be giving you the highlights of this show, some more conversation. Obviously, we're in the moment. We're here to try to entertain. We're probably missing some of the subtle details. So they will break that all down for you in an entertaining and more methodical manner. But thank you for joining us. Share, subscribe, tell your friends, make some friends, tell your parents, tell the notorious VGS, anyone you can get. Come on in, subscribe, follow us. You'll get notified of all the great content. We have content every weekday and sometimes on the weekends. We have the A show, the Raw Review show, starting right around 11:15 on Mondays. Tuesday nights, we have an NXT show, starting about 15 minutes after NXT. Wednesday night, just talked about the Dynamite review
Real
show.
A show.
But Tuesday and Thursday nights, there's also entertainment shows on UPR Entertainment where they review movies.
Make sure you guys headed over to that channel, UPR Entertainment, UPRE, as it's known. That's our new channel for everything entertainment. On Saturday, we got coming up the Avengers and the Evolution of Loki. Tomorrow night, they're going to be reviewing something, but it's
The
not.
Nutty
it's not
Professor.
in here.
The Nutty Professor.
The Nutty Professor, yeah. It's not,
And they're working
it's
their
not
way
in here.
through the entire Star Wars universe. I believe they're up to the Return of the Sith.
Yeah, the Revenge of the Sith is next week. They just did Attack of the Clones last night. And then I did the review of, where is it? Is it not in here either? It's not in here either.
You should just sell your Kaden cut of the Justice League. One of the greatest shows ever produced by Unpopular Review. The Kaden cut reaction to the Justice League review, where the UPR's regular entertainment division love Justice League, Zack Snyder cut, and myself and Kaden told you why you shouldn't love it and why you should stop being hyperbolic and exuberant about turning a terrible movie into an okay movie that was way too long.
Yep. This is the movie I did on the first episode of And the Award Goes To. I reviewed Nomadland. A new episode should be up this Sunday. I think I'm releasing on Mondays, I believe was the day that I set it on.
Queen of the Ring. Don't say Charlie. I said Bailey.
100% should be Charlotte. That's the only one that fits.
It could be. I would say, though, if they were going to do it now, I mean, if they wanted to do character, Eva Marie, because that would get a lot of heat. If they wanted to show a little respect and relaunch her singles push, then I would say Shayna Baszler.
It'd be terrible to have Eva Marie win that. I don't want to see matches, like 8 matches in a row from her.
I would love it. And I would love her to cheat with the ring.
She's so bad in the ring.
You don't know what she's been doing in the last 3 or 4 years. I mean,
we'll see if she's better in the ring. If she's better, I'll give her props. But when she went away, she was absolutely terrible.
What she should do is she should have someone like a Sandow and have like her stunt double do the matches for her.
God, no. I don't even
and that goofball husband manager of hers can use the ring to cheat.
All right, there's our parental discretion.
That's right. It's over. David's favorite use, Evolution. He's stocking up on it right now. That's why he couldn't make it. He had to go to the store and buy some more Evolution.
I'm going to hop out for a second so I can grab some food real quickly. I'll be back in about a minute or two.
It's always hungry. Whoa, that's a big close-up of me. Holy moly. Hello, everyone. It's me, Evil Dose. Support the troops, these troops. Have you ever read Jonathan V. Last's article, The Case for the Empire? You should. The Empire gets a bad rap. All right, so we're back to the action here. So we have, it looks like it's Max Caster. Max Caster just dropped, and now Bowen's near pinfall on Christopher Daniels. I believe he's either 49 or 50. Him and Kazarian, between the two of them, are age 92. So the Acclaimed attempting to Irish whip. They reverse it. And then Caster with the running clothesline there in the corner. The Acclaimed are doing the best they can to cut off that ring. That's good tag team work. Did it again, same thing. I wonder if Daniel saw this one coming. He ducked. He gives a little chop. Oversold by Caster. Kick. Sort of like a sling blade type of Russian sweep. And then a surprise tag by Luchasaurus. Daniels doesn't look happy about it. Luchasaurus welcomes him with a punch, then a double pounce to the Acclaim. Punch, back chop, back kick. And a kick to the back of the neck, but like a downward kick. Bunch of open hands. Luchasaurus taking out the Acclaimed all by himself, green tongue and all. Oh, he's not impressed by Pillman. Oh, everyone walks right into the double choke slam. Well, one at a time. And Griff Garrison on to Brian Pillman Jr. And I don't know what Kazarian's paying attention to.
Jungle Boy's just kind of laughing.
All right, Kazarian coming in. Now, my understanding is that if Kazarian and Daniels don't win this match, they break up as a team forever.
That's been the storyline for a few months, and they just kind of ditched it and never really did anything with it. So we'll see.
They mentioned it a couple times, and they ignored it in the Battle Royal. They said the Battle Royal didn't count, but I have to believe that this counts, and that this should lead.
This does count. The Battle Royal did not.
Well, this should lead to SCU versus the Bucks, whether that's a double or nothing and a retirement for title match. I mean, that doesn't sound like a very exciting match for a pay-per-view, but I mean, well, there's plenty of Dynamites between now and then, so.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they do the match next week.
I wouldn't either, or in 2 weeks.
Yeah, they could also just have it be by it's lost by disqualification from Moxley and Eddie Kingston. That way,
or it could be Moxley and Eddie Kingston can face the Good Brothers if that's going to be the tag team program.
I still believe it's going to be Moxley Kingston versus Good Brothers, and then I would not be surprised if they do that match on the same night as SCU versus the Bucks. Moxley and Kingston cause a disqualification where SCU technically wins via DQ, and then that saves them from having to break up.
Wait, what is this they just did? Azteca Underground. Azteca Underground. Looks like Dario Cueto is on MLW running Azteca Underground. El Jefe is Dario Cueto. Or at least the actor who played there. I'm trying to get confirmation from wrestling entrance composer John Kiernan. So I'm trying to get confirmation that this is real news.
So your QAnon was incorrect.
Yeah, well, my QAcons are more hope than predictions. That would be great. There could still be another secret investor. But yeah, that would be amazing. Now, for those of you who don't know who John Kiernan is, John Kiernan has written the music for Mil Muertes, Shane Taylor, PJ Black, Brian Myers, many, many others. He's the Kazarian and Daniels just won. So there you go. Just as we mentioned earlier, They had to win this match, and they did. And they tagged Brian Pillman Jr. Pinned Brian Pillman Jr. despite really they should have pinned the other guy given the dark side of the ring. But okay.
Elvis asking what's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Mint chocolate chip for me.
Ooh, well, mine is actually discontinued, which shouldn't surprise you, but Ben & Jerry's Wavy Gravy was my all-time favorite. If that's not available, I like pralines and cream.
Good choice.
Thank you.
I had one at Dollywood 2 weeks ago. I had a flavor called Moose Tracks, and it was very interesting.
I've had Moose Tracks. It is good. It's a little bit too much chocolate chunky for me. I like crunch in my ice cream.
I agree with that. It felt a little too hard to eat some of those.
That's why I like the toffee. I like almonds, a little bit of pretzel, but not too much pretzel.
All right, we got Yuji Nagata and Moxley video package here.
I swear I've still never seen this guy.
First time in the U.S. in 25 years.
Big deal. I've never been to Japan. That's more special. New Japan, you hear that? You want Evil Dose? Oh, I'm looking at Twitter. Everyone is surprised that SCU won. They had to win.
Man, New Japan loves having that belt on Moxley. It brings eyes to the product.
Yeah, that's why they've been letting people go on AEW TV. They realize that Moxley is more popular than Omega. They realize that they traded up without doing a thing.
Moxley is significantly more popular than Omega. I will always, it's not without a doubt, he's more popular, at least in the US. I think Omega in Japan might be.
They were very centric around New Japan and Bullet Club and everything. That's what they saw. They saw Omega as the star, and they thought that when he came to the US that it would translate, and it just hasn't.
Omega, yeah, I love Kenny Omega, and that's obvious since I'm wearing a shirt, but he did not translate to American audiences.
Yeah, it just is what it is. But they traded up, and they restarted New Japan Strong, New Japan North America. They're using a lot of talent from a lot of different promotions. And yeah, I think it's great for them to have Moxley, and that's why they let Kenta go on, and that's why they're letting Nagata go on. It also doesn't hurt that Japan has reclosed down and most of their major events have shut down again for the foreseeable future. So why not give a guy a payday?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the match was supposed to happen in Japan and they moved it to here. Although I also would not be surprised if it was supposed to happen on New Japan Strong originally and they decided to throw it on Dynamite.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised about any of those things because I'm pretty sure that Tony Khan is footing the bill for almost all of it. He's probably paying Nagata's full ass.
Nagata was probably coming to the U.S. anyways.
I don't care. I still guarantee you that Khan paid for first-class tickets. He's paying his hotel. He's paying Nagata's ass. He's paying New Japan a nice little finder's fee.
Jamie, before we get into this match, we got Jamie Elson asking, where do you think Samoa Joe's going? He was in that Slammiversary video package, which means absolutely nothing since they threw a Bulgarian flag in there last year, but I would not be surprised if he shows up at Slammiversary.
If he was wise and if WWE was wise, they would bring him back as an announcer and get rid of Adnan Virk, who already, even if he gets better, he does nothing for me tonally. Where do I think he's going to go? I think that Samoa Joe will probably play the field for a bit and be a free agent and just do a per appearance for a bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if he shows up at Slammiversary and then shows up at some Ring of Honor events. Though Ring of Honor has been very safe. They are very much taking COVID protocols very seriously, more so than anybody else. No one's giving them the coverage and the props for that. But they have been uber careful for a company that's owned by Sinclair, which is known to be sort of right-wing leaning.
I wouldn't be surprised if Joe does what you said, where he kind of goes around as a little bit of a free agent. I think he could do some work at Impact with Slammiversary, go to New Japan for a little bit for the G1 Climax. He wants that. That's why he won't go back to WWE as an announcer, because at least right now he wants to work. He wants to be in the ring before he has to retire.
I don't know. I think that he's hoping that other companies will clear him. That doesn't mean that they will. We'll see. We will see, but I think he's going to be around. I wouldn't be surprised if he shows up on New Japan Strong. I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't a Moxley Samoa Joe match on New Japan Strong as well. And that teases Joe going to Japan. I don't know if he wants to fly to Japan at this stage and age, but who knows? I mean, right now Japan is closed. You can't go there right now, so it's not an option at the moment. And he's still in the 90-day non-compete.
Yeah, his 90-day non-compete will expire on, July 10th, 11th?
So we've got Omega cutting a promo. Nakazawa is holding the Mega Championship of AAA and the Impact World Championship. Kenny has the AEW Championship around his waist. He's all white, looking very Don Johnson. Miami Vice-ish, 1984. I do not see the TNA Championship. I wonder if they didn't let them.
It's there. It's around Nakazawa's waist.
Oh, okay.
All four titles are there.
Okay, cool.
I do like that TNA title, though. I mean, it makes no sense why they even have it, but I love that championship.
It's a nice looking belt. They're all nice looking belts. I like all the belts because they all look a little bit different.
They are the top. Pac and Orange Cassidy are the top two ranked people in the rankings, so that makes sense.
Oh God.
And let me remind you, he's a man that's beaten me before. He's a man that's made me tap. He's a man that's pinned me. He's defeated me in tag matches, multi-man matches. And I understand that everyone wants to see that match again.
I would.
Everyone wants to see a rematch of the two greatest wrestlers that AEW has on this roster. So, geez Louise, let's just get to the point. Let's just announce the match for Double or Nothing. Pac versus Omega. Do it for me, Mr. Schiavone. It's Pac or Orange Cassidy who will go at it, and the winner will.
Well, for God's sake, Orange Cassidy, this is disgusting.
Orange Cassidy is 8-0 this year. So you might hate him, but it makes sense storyline wise.
Okay. It might make sense storyline wise, but this is why AEW will never grow its audience.
Orange Cassidy is beloved by casual fans.
No, he is not.
Yes, he
is.
Yes, no, Orange Cassidy is a draw. I know multiple people who have been drawn to Orange Cassidy.
Dude,
that don't watch wrestling. They turn it on. They like Orange Cassidy's little hijinks. They fell in love with him.
They would like him 3 times, and then it's not cute anymore.
I don't agree with that.
Listen, you can agree with whatever you like. This is why AEW cannot consistently crack 850,000 viewers unopposed. It's because of things like this, where you have a 5'8" champion that wants to go against a 5'6" champion who's 145 pounds. And the fact that people get excited about this just looks like a joke. And there are no casual fans.
I see people with their hands in their pockets everywhere I go. I see little children.
It's like David thinking Kyle O'Reilly is the future of NXT.
I see kids, junior high school students dressed up like Orange Cassidy for their sock hockey.
There we go. Look at that. We've got this really smart person.
He's going to get it tonight. I'm going to go after him a little bit on this.
Of course, I'm not sold on Orange Cassidy. Patrick Nelson, a very smart person.
Jamie's saying, why not Moxley or Jericho? Moxley has already had his rematch for the title, so why would he have another one? And Jericho has done crap this year in singles action.
Well, Jericho's in other stories, and he can't carry a title anymore. He just can't do it in the ring. Why not Moxley? Because AEW isn't smart and doesn't want to get over 1 million people. That's why.
I don't know why you would keep going with Moxley. That feud's been going since December. That's a 6-month feud.
I would rather own a Tesla, Elvis.
I don't need to see Moxley versus Kenny Omega for the 4th time.
I fancy myself a shakeout too. I'm kind of the guy that made that whole thing popular. I'm the guy that made that whole thing famous. What do we got here? Ray-Bans.
Ray-Bans. Good product placement.
Limited edition, freshly squeezed variety.
Oh, look at that commercial.
Price money about
Cheap plug?
$800, $1,000.
They ran them exactly 0. And Ray-Bans do not cost $800.
You'll never take this title. But one thing you have taken from me is my valuable time. And thus, I'm taking something from you. You mind?
You want $800 glasses? Try Louis Vuitton, try Gucci, try Versace, Dior.
Check it, camera. Yo, check it. How do you like it, man? They look good on you.
Anything to cover his face looks good.
See what the thing is? Call me crazy. Call me crazy.
Orange Cassidy just celebrated a birthday. What is he now, 48?
They look better on that. Another thing
I think he's 38. I think he just turned 38. See, he might be interesting if he was 23 or 24. This is a middle-aged wrestler, people.
Why would it matter how old he is, though?
Because this gimmick is a young person's gimmick.
I'm not sure the age of the guy matters about carrying the gimmick.
You ever see your dad try to act cool in front of your friends at the mall and you get embarrassed? That's what this is.
I don't know if that's a relevant point to the situation. It's a wrestling storyline. Why would it matter how old the guy is?
When old people act young, it looks stupid. Ric Flair strutting around right now, hitting on blonde women, looks stupid. It's painful.
He's a middle-aged man. Everybody in wrestling is about his age.
I understand, but he's doing a young person's gimmick. Gimmicks change. I mean, people make fun of Dolph Ziggler for not changing, still being stuck in the 80s with his hairband look and whatever. It's the same thing. It looks dopey. So we have a commercial now for the Nevers. I saw one episode of the Nevers. I got to say it was good. Oh, my God. Bill and Melinda Gates have filed for divorce. Jeez, that's terrible. How will they ever find other people?
Did you just see that?
No, it just came over as another article saying it's a trend of over 50 divorces.
Stephen Pena, Big Daddy Cool, saying they're only building Omega versus Cassidy because OC is smaller than Omega. Pac is smaller than Omega too. So
they have plenty of choices of people who are smaller than Omega there. Pac is probably is shorter for sure. I'm not, but he's thicker. I love Pac versus Omega is a match I'm interested in seeing. Omega versus OC is a Dynamite match, not a pay-per-view match.
Pac and Omega have had.
I mean, I'm not paying for this
three
pay-per-view.
matches.
I've already decided.
You're not paying for the pay-per-view?
No, I'm done. The last one was my last one that I'm paying for. Now somebody else pays for it. Or sometimes you can go to Jimmy's Seafood, you pay $20 and they have it on. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm not that stubborn. But I'm not paying $50 or $60.
Will Sami Callihan show up to help Moxley and Kingston? I don't think so.
No, Sami Callihan's on Impact, and this door doesn't slide both ways.
No, I don't think Impact's going to have to deal with this Moxley Kingston story.
Yeah, not at all.
They're going to probably start building some separate feuds, one with Kenny over on Impact and then one with Kenny on AEW to keep the shows a little bit separate.
Maybe. I don't know. What do you think about Space Force? You enjoying Space Force, Kaden?
The branch or the TV show?
The branch.
It's fine.
I mean,
I'm not going
I
to
think
join
if you're
it.
on the TV show, you're actually in the branch as well.
It's fine.
I'm not sure they're actually separate and distinct things.
I will say this about Orange Cassidy and Pac. It does make sense ratings-wise. A lot of people complain that AEW has the ratings but don't ever do anything with them.
You mean Orange Cassidy Omega?
Or no, I was talking about Orange Cassidy and Pac being the Eliminator match.
I wouldn't mind seeing I wouldn't see Pac being angry about this and starting to attack Orange Cassidy and changing this up.
They announced it's Orange Cassidy versus Pac in an Eliminator match, and the winner faces Kenny Omega.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay, that's fine. Well, I hope it's Pac.
And those are the top two ranked people in AEW, which is why I think that actually makes sense.
No, it's fine that way as long as Pac wins. It's confirmed. Dario Cueto is in charge of Azteca Underground on Major League Wrestling, and we're going to see him Saturdays on Vice, starting, I think it's July 10th or July 12th.
Elvis asking Omega versus Roman, who wins? Who's booking the match? That's what matters. Which company is booking it?
Roman.
If AEW is booking it, then you know Kenny's winning.
Yeah. Oh.
That states 7 days from now, I have faith with my destiny.
Oh.
Because next week live on AEW Dynamite, Darby Allin, I'm coming for you and the TNT title.
Well, that was sort of out of nowhere, but okay. I'm down with this.
God, Miro better win that match.
Especially with Paige and Sky.
Yeah, they're going to cost him the match.
And you know what? That would also be okay for Archer to be pivoted to Miro. That's a feud I could get behind, especially if it's for
Archer and Miro could be. See, I think it'd be really good, but I don't know if the styles are a little too similar.
I don't know. I'd still like to see it and see how it plays out. I mean, that's a big time match. Those are two big guys that I'd like to see. That's what I think AEW needs to do is to focus more on that, less of these little bitty guys.
I've always thought the TNT title should be their big man title. Make that your big guy title if you want, because it's obvious they want their main title to be little man. So if you're going to have that be little to mid-sized men, have the TNT be the big guys. Do Miro, Lance Archer, Luchasaurus, Brian Cage, Hobbs. You got every big guy they have. Bear Country.
All right, now listen, everybody in our little group is chiming in the chat about this, but none of them thought that this was important enough to be a part of our live stream. Now, I realize that some people have things to do. Big Daddy Cool has 27 kids in one household, 37 in another, 30 or so in a third household. You know, people I know that Tamara is always busy working on stuff, but, you know, I know David got upset and, you know, has to feed his turtle.
Now, who do you think has more kids? Big Daddy Cool or Heath Slater?
Big Daddy Cool. he might have more kids than that basketball player that they did an article on in Sports Illustrated. He was on the Cleveland Cavaliers about 1 million years ago.
It is main event time.
And he got
Blood and
really
Guts.
fat. How many factions are there in AEW? Asked Patrick Nelson. The answer is all of them.
Depends on what you count as a faction and what you don't.
Yeah, if you count the 3-man group as a faction, then there's more. If you don't, then you don't. I don't know, but there's a lot. It's double digits.
I mean, official factions. What you have? Okay, so you have the Elite, Team Taz, the Factory, the Nightmare Family,
The Pinnacle,
the Inner Circle.
Mm-hmm. You've got Drake, Nemeth, and Bonini.
That's a 6-man group or a 3-man group. So if you're counting 3-man groups, then it makes it a whole nother thing.
You've got Best Friends and
Hardy Family Order, Dark Order, Breast Friends. If you're counting Breast Friends.
Yeah, once you get to 4, if we want to do 3, then we can expand
once you add a woman into your group, and you immediately become a faction.
Yeah, so we are already at.
I have 9.
Yeah. Burritos. All right. So a lot. So there's at least 9 full-blown factions. There's more if you count 3-person groups. You would put Death Triad in there or Death Triangle in there, though they seem off again, on again. How many black? This is weird. I have more kids. Steve says he has more kids. I probably have some I don't know about. Well, it's probably.
At a certain point in this match, I'm going to leave to have dinner and prep for my review show.
Did you just get something to eat?
I only got goldfish.
What are you, a rabbit?
I can't give away everything for the show. I gotta have some way for people to tune in to hear my thoughts about the show.
We know your thoughts. Everything's great. Is your real name Barry Allen? So how many black wrestlers are there in AEW? I don't know, Elvis. I haven't done an inventory, and I don't know everybody's race.
Why is Willie yelling about MJF pushing a fan or a wrestler?
I don't know. There's a lot of multiracial people in the world, and actually, it's the fastest growing demographic in the United States. Pretty soon, none of us are gonna have a race. We're all gonna be yes. We're all gonna be beautiful. We're all gonna look like The Rock and Jennifer Lopez. All right, so what we got there? Third time watching AEW. It's okay. I'm a WWE guy since 97 or 99. Listen, I cannot blame you for looking for an alternative. AEW is interesting. It's fun. It's sort of a crash. It doesn't always make a lot of sense. What it isn't is as good as people make it out to be. That's that, and it's not as honest as the ownership and the management likes to pretend. But as far as a wrestling product is out there, it's pretty much as good as any other. SmackDown has times when it's great, but Raw has times when it's awful. Impact is a joke. Ring of Honor is a different type of promotion. MLW is sort of like AEW. It's 50-50. There's some things that are really good and other things not so much. NWA, frankly, I haven't seen NWA since they went off YouTube. So I don't know what to say about it, but I can't imagine it's much different than it was a year ago when it was okay, but it was sort of rinky-dink studio wrestling with very fast developing and very fast ending stories. All right, so we've got the teams coming out. The heels are already out, and there we have the faces. Oh, they're wearing very Gorillas of Destiny face paint.
Yeah, that's GOD face paint.
Yeah. Why they were all dressed in sanitation outfits, I'm not sure, but okay. Sorry, Patrick, you're like a star in here. If you were Patrick Starfish, I would leave you up. Oh, Rikers Island, they think. It looks more like they're the sanitation crew, but okay. All right.
Now that happened. Oh,
Look, there I am singing.
AEW did increase this week to 40% capacity from 25, so there are a lot more people than usual.
Florida be Florida.
Yeah, they're planning on for Double or Nothing to go to 100% capacity.
Yep. That's been widely reported. Say, hey, you know what? It's sort of time. People at this point can assess their own risk.
Mm-hmm. I'm vaccinated, so.
I'm half vaccinated. But you know what? I'm not going to say anything political or medically related on a wrestling show. Nobody's interested in that. And even if I'm right, you shouldn't be taking advice on anything medical or political.
Unless you're AJ Styles, Jackson Riker, Austin Aries,
especially not those people. What was going on the side of Hager's head there? Is that fake or are those real blood razor lines?
I did not notice. Who said Hager's?
Hager's. Still 2.5 years later, I still forget what his new name is.
Okay, so they're not doing a cage. They're just going to be on the outside. So it makes it a little different than NXT's War Games. And they enter on different sides of the ring.
Fine. Whatever. That's all right. I mean, it's nice little wrinkle.
Yeah, it's just you don't want it to be the exact same as War Games. You want it a little different. The main thing I noticed is there's no steel plate down the middle of the two rings like NXT does. NXT has that steel rate, which they like to do a lot of moves on, some spots there. The cage, of course, is up top. It is enclosed, so we will not be seeing those high spots that NXT does every single year where someone jumps off the top.
And you got your two workhorses in there.
Mm-hmm.
So this makes sense starting off. These guys are the most likely that can go a 25, 30-minute match and keep it going the whole time.
Sammy's first AEW match in probably 2 to 3 months.
Well, I don't know about Elevation and Dark, but if Dynamite,
I don't think he's been on them.
I wouldn't know. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think he's one of the guys. I don't think Inner Circle or I know the Revival or FTR has been on there. Dax, you know the rules. I hate that, Megan. I hate that rule. It's such an overused thing when someone's in a new type of match and they go for something and they're like, "Oh, I forgot we couldn't do that." It's overused.
Maybe you really did forget. I mean, FTR's whole gimmick is that they're about the rules. Now, Tully is on payroll to coach them up.
I guess it can make sense because you would be going for what you're most used to.
Yeah, but that's what Tully's supposed to do. He's supposed to coach them for this game. Like Bill Belichick coaches the Patriots for the opponent they're against, not the opponent they just played.
We need a cage on top of cage match like Ready to Rumble.
That'd be very difficult to do here.
Evidos, can we get your best impression of William Regal yelling War Games?
War Games! Was that any good?
That was very good, actually.
Thank you. La Sicaria! Oh, come show your... Oh, she's just dropping off the tea and then leaving. And you know what we say in this household? The tea makes me pee. The executive consultant's spine, but he doesn't want to participate. Doesn't want to admit he's interested.
No, it's AEW. He has to make sure that it's absolutely garbage.
Now, we have people on all platforms, don't we?
No, we have all but Periscope. That's the only platform not currently being utilized.
Are we not in submarine range? Is that why? Did we not put the message out on the Sonobuoy lines?
I guess Twitter did not get the memo.
We should have sent that out to our friends in the Navy and NATO and Central Command and all of those. I forgot to talk to my guy in the Navy. I should have told my guy, I have a contact who's got a contact in the Illuminati. If you listen to Garden of Doom, you would know that I am one step removed from someone who is one step removed from the Illuminati. All right, so this blood stripe thing is obviously something that they're all doing because Sammy has one on the back of his shoulder. So
they all have
it's some sort of symbolic war paint.
All right, well, my dinner just arrived, so I'm going to hop out.
Wait, what are you eating? What are you getting?
I got a burger.
What kind of burger?
Just a regular cheeseburger.
From?
Hop Dotty.
Don't know what that is.
It's a local burger joint in Austin, which I believe was on a few lists for the best burger in the United States.
See, here you go. Now you're talking a little bit. That's how you do an interview, Kaden.
I'm going to hop off.
Look at the cutter. That's Leon Ruff's move to do a cutter from any place. Oh, Sean Spears coming in with the chair. The chairman is the chairman again. Oh, and it backfires.
Evil Dose, I'm going to leave you to fend for yourself for a little bit if you can take it.
I'll be all right.
All right. Make sure you guys catch me on the AEW review show, which is going to start immediately after Dynamite. So make sure you guys tune in there to see myself, Big Daddy Cool, and the Sheriff give our thoughts about All Elite Wrestling's Blood and Guts.
Caden's very small. It's going to take him 35 minutes to eat a cheeseburger from a fast food restaurant. So here we go. It's Sammy Guevara facing Sean Spears and a recovering Dax Harwood. Sean Spears doing his usual whatever. I think that is a Nightmare Factory emblem on the chair. We got news that we might have a special guest, a supervillain, and a very prolific procreator at that. Here we go. Sean Spears, well, he took Jericho's advice and he got rid of the blonde. So now it's just a regular mohawk. Still looks weird on him. I don't know what it is about Sean Spears. He should have been more. He's got the height. He's handsome. He's had a better build before, but he can get there. Oh, Dax is bloodied up. That also looks hard way. I'm not sure. There's a lot of blood tonight. It's blood and guts, so maybe this is planned. We got the chair. Okay, and so now we have, is that Santana or it's Ortiz? Ortiz is in, being very Tamatanga. Or is he being Tongaloa? I don't know. Doesn't matter, but they're copying someone. And if this isn't planned, if there's no GOD, which I know there isn't because they're in Japan right now, then there's going to be some angry tweets and a whole lot of rumors about Forbidden Doors being open. They're not really open. And if they are open, audience, it's like the little doggy door that you see on the comedies from the 70s, 80s where a dog can run in and out. But that's all right. You guys believe what you want. Be excited. Just remember that Uncle Evil Dose is here to tell you that the lollipop ain't going to be as tasty as you think it is. It's diet. Oh, look at that. Oh, those are some weak blows, and Ortiz throws a chair. No effect, no sell. That was not good. OC is sexy according to Charmaine. Charmaine Marie, are you cheating on me? My boys, who are your boys? Which one? Azrael, who won't call me back? I'm manning this thing myself. Oh, the chat's coming fast and furious. Sorry, guys, I can't keep up with all your stuff. I got to watch the match, too. Ortiz's white tank is off. It was pretty dirty anyway. The smell of it's probably killing people. Maybe you can wipe some of the blood off of some of these folks. Now we got a chair. The chair is going to be used. Oh, into the gut. Blood and guts. There's the guts. Sammy's busted open too. We're in the 7 count. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. We got Cash coming up. What a surprise. Oh, and he almost tripped going in, and he almost tripped again, but he pulled it off. A modified doomsday device, I guess. Flying clothesline, whatever you want to call it. Now he's laying hands on Sammy Guevara. He's pounding on Ortiz. That's right. He's being fresh. Like my grandmas would say, being fresh when I would talk back and use bad language. Oh, no, I think he means fresh as in rested. And there's some sort of assisted spike pile driver. There goes Guevara into the chain link fence. Here comes Spears walking over. It's interesting how they picked one team to be in white and one team to be in black, and the bad guys are in the black, the good guys are in the white. I hear Charmaine protesting. I'm not cheating on you. I'm being honest. So who is it? Who's the man? Who's your boys? And why isn't Azrael contacting me? You really know him? And if you can't get Azrael the wrestler to contact me, can you get Azrael the archangel to contact me? The Watcher? Oh, that was a nice match. Here we go. I just heard from the EC going, why is Jeff Lippman by himself? But I'm reading it, so I really can't answer that for you, obviously, because I don't play well with others and nobody wants to hang out with me. Look at Tully. Oh, my God. He looks like Sonny Crockett. He should be arresting some drug dealers in the port of Miami. Oh, and whoa, Santana's going crazy. He's going to town. He's knocking everyone out. Off. Up and off is Alf. From now on, we made a new word, folks. Charmaine, I'm still waiting for your answer. Oh, there's Santana. Look at that. Big sidewalk slam there. And Dak's still limping. Oh, I thought it was going to be atomic drop, but now we have a sort of a back suplex there of sorts. Oh, no. Picture-in-picture time. It's not restaurant quality picture-in-picture. Uh-oh. Oh, and Ortiz gets double slammed into the fence. Oh, it looks like we have our procreator-in-chief coming. The king of cardigans.
What's going on? What's up, buddy?
Not much. I'm just drinking my hot tequila.
Oh, here I hear you. Hey, Jeff, I've been watching this AEW Blood and Guts thing. I didn't know that Thunder Rosa was in this match.
Yes, indeed. Indeed she is. So are the Gorillas of Destiny. Okay,
oh, that's right.
Wait, what's happening? Okay, so wait, you're in the middle of a conversation here. So Charmaine is telling Santana is her man. Okay, gotcha. And you do know Azrael, and he isn't answering me. I actually know you do know him because I saw his face on Facebook, which obviously means that connected to your avatar that you had to. So, and then is that for Steve?
Well,
that's for Steve. Charmaine, are you sure are you with Santana or Steve? Or do you think that Steve is Santana?
Both okay. Probably.
Yeah, it's false choice. Up here comes Wardlow. Methodical. Nothing. No reason to rush. No reason to rush, big fella. Got all night.
There's a lot of stuff going on in this episode. I feel like this is like the Tale of Two Cities, this episode of AEW Dynamite. It's like there's a lot of things happening, but there's also not a lot of things happening. It's just like a lot of promos, lame promos at that.
Well, a lot of announcements for future events. That's why, I mean, AEW does that well. So, yeah, this was originally advertised as a one-match card. Somebody argued with me that it was only a one live match card. I never heard that distinction. In any event, obviously, it turned into several other matches. I believe there were at least 3 others. We had the Brit Squash match. We had the Omega Nakazawa thing. Then we had the 4-way fatal tag match. So that's at least 3. Oh, and QT and Cody. So this was a 5-card match with this being the main event. So, yeah, a lot happened. But
a lot happened, but did it? Like, besides this match, I mean, first off, Wardlow should never be wearing these white tights with these wide camera angles. Like, he reminds me a lot of Scott Norton on Nitro.
I love Scott Norton. Low key, one of my favorite NWO members. Like,
get out of here, really?
Of the next tier NWO, Norton was my favorite. Norton and Buff as a tag team was awesome.
I don't
Buff
know
and
about
stuff.
that. I don't agree with that. Oh, look, Steve Austin's here.
Well, you don't have to agree with it because I said it's my favorite. It didn't have to be yours. But right after the Hall and Nash, then I had Norton and Buff and Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner. That's my top 5. Yes, I know you can't ignore Hogan, but I'm trying to.
Look at I was about to call him Scott Norton. Look at Wardlow laying waste to all the Latino talent. Oh, look at this. This is like Tony Khan's booking.
Are we sure
AEW
Wardlow
started?
isn't Latino? I mean, we don't know.
Wardlow? Nobody knows.
Well, somebody does. We know
look at
Hagar
this.
is, and he's laying waste to everyone.
Look at this. Hagar is making FTR look like idiots. This guy just stinger splashed his own partner.
And of course, Sean Spears, the first one to tap, proving Guevara right that he was a failure and is a failure.
He is.
Okay.
But don't worry. He can console in the bosom of Peyton Royce.
Huh. All right, well, here they go again. We've already seen this match once, but okay.
Yes. Guys, you're watching Unpopular Review. We are live streaming. We are, I guess, doing, a watch-along for AEW Blood and Guts. Are we calling this AEW Dynamite or AEW Blood and Guts? I don't know what we're calling it.
You can call it Blood and Guts. I mean, it's Dynamite Blood and Guts, but call it Blood and Guts. I'm calling it Bloodier and Guttier. Oh, is that Daniel Bryan? Oh, no. Sorry.
I like that. Guys, if you are enjoying the show, please make sure you leave a like, love, share this. We've got an after show coming on too. We'll recap it, all of it. A lot of guys busted open early the hard way, huh?
Yeah, and we broke some news tonight that MLW has Dario Cueto as the El Jefe of Azteca Underground. So you'll start seeing Dario on MLW programming starting in July on Vice TV.
I heard that, but why is he replacing Selena? Like I saw that Selena is now no longer affiliated with MLW. That's kind of sad.
I'm pretty sure that storyline. But I mean, he's a real actor, so obviously they're paying him a real actor's wage to do that. Now they only, like a lot of the promotions, MLW tapes about probably 6 or 8 times a year, and then some of their pay-per-view events. So he probably only has to work a few weekends a week and can do his other stuff. Well, look at MJF. I never saw the Hebrew tattoo before.
He's representing.
He is. He's representing the chosen people.
The good guys wear white. So, I'm rooting for the Pinnacle.
Yeah, no, this is a little bit odd. And I took a poll earlier, and I thought that the Inner Circle had to win this thing as the faces. But it was 75% for the Pinnacle winning 25%. Wow. Cash is not looking good. This is very Dustin Rhodes-ish. Shush, shush, shush. I mean, it is Blood and Guts, so they're delivering on the blood. Somebody needs to be drawn and quartered or disemboweled to meet the Guts thing, or at least throw up.
Do you think there's going to be like a Mortal Kombat like finish him? Oh,
that would be amazing.
Yeah, he doesn't. That does not look good.
Who was it in Mortal Kombat? Was it the guy with 4 arms that they sliced open his belly and all the guts and entrails fell out? We need that.
Yep.
I mean, it's not like they don't have enough people signed. Like, what if they did like the Mob and they said to someone, we kill you, but we'll take care of your family forever. Your family be taken care of. And like, some jabroni, like, the new Pineapple Pete says, yeah, okay, give my family $500,000 and yes, you can kill me on TV.
Yeah.
So, okay, there was a bell rung and it was a reset. So it's.
Why is Dylan? I thought Dillinger tapped out. Why is he still in the match?
Well, it's Spears, but I was about to ask you the same question because I wasn't aware that was a thing.
I'm confused. Can no one get eliminated until everybody's in the thing? This is confusing. If you know the answer, please.
Yeah. If you know the answer, that's fine. But hopefully during the Dynamite review show, people can clear it up. It's obviously, while this is fun and makes the show fly, we're obviously missing some of the commentary and most of the details while we're doing the talking. We are not part of production, so we're not given that information. So definitely don't miss the live review show because
Oh, look, Jinder Mahal has joined us.
Jinder Mahal, that's awesome.
Look, Jinder Mahal. What's up, guy? What's up? Jinder's watching us on YouTube. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe over there, Jinder.
Namaste.
Nice. Namaste.
Wait. What's going on here? Do you know the wrestler named Homicide? Because if you know Homicide, I would like to be in touch with Homicide. The legendary Homicide? All right, Charmaine.
Look at this.
Tag to you.
Dillinger just wants to get out of there. He's like, NXT,
It's
take
Spears.
me back.
It's Spears. It's not Dillinger anymore.
Oh, right. I'll get it right.
And it's even more confusing because J.J. Dillon used to manage the Four Horsemen. You have Tully there.
Oh, this is horrible.
Why? It's pizza. Pizza's delicious. Speaking of pizza, if everybody out there could tweet Jade Cargill every day and ask her to follow at Unpopular Review, that would be amazing. Because if that happens, I get delicious free pizza from the executive consultant, Chris Harris, and that would make him very sad and happy at the same time. So it's a win-win for everybody. You want him to be sad? My efforts got him Jade Cargill to follow Unpopular Review. Win for Chris, win for Unpopular Review, win for me, but he's upset. Win for those of you who aren't so thrilled with him. Win for me for winning, and delicious pizza free, which is win. Ding, 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 ding. That's like my version of winning the arcade anarchy match.
This match needs more Jade Cargill.
Yes, Professor. Yes, DA Professor. You get a slice, but we don't deliver. You've got to show.
That's
you
Professor.
No, it's District Attorney Professor. I know him. He's a prosecutor.
Oh, you do?
Peace out, HM. No, I don't know. The Professor. Absolutely.
Fucking working me. God damn it, Jeff.
Do you have tenure, the Professor?
The professor. He looks like a king. He oddly looks enough like
Charmaine, who's the who about?
Baron Corbin.
Are you asking who about Homicide or are you asking who about Jade Cargill? Jade Cargill is an AEW wrestler. She's a statuesque woman. She was in the match with Shaquille O'Neal, Cody, and Red Velvet. And Chris would like her to follow Unpopular Review. So I know you can do it. If you're talking about Homicide, you brought him into the equation. But Homicide is one of the OGs, a legend of hardcore wrestling, deathmatch wrestling, and the original LAX. Scholarly and glorious. What's your expertise? What do you have your PhD in? Are you like Jurassic Luchasaurus? Is it medieval studies or what? Tell us, duh, Professor.
Look at this. Ty Dillinger. Oh, now I completely lost.
Sean Spears. Sean Spears.
Sorry. I apologize. I'll get it right by the end of the show. So Dillinger is so hankering to get out of this match that he's taking apart the ring now.
Look, Charmaine is going to write her now. Everybody, if you would do that and do that multiple times a day and get all of your friends to do it, to retweet and start a Twitter chain for Jade Cargill to follow at Unpopular Review. Oh, look at that.
That's good.
We have someone
what's up, Trey?
to be a human being saying what's up, but I know him in his other incarnation being a potassium-rich, tree-growing entity known as the banana.
That's right. He shows up on our NXT shows.
Yeah, he likes squash matches.
He likes Shayna. Oh, did I say that out loud?
You know, fans like him are fungible.
It's all right. You can like Shayna.
But, you know, we have a bunch of fans like him that are fungible.
That's right. I've got my fans too, Trey. So
yeah, I am very funny.
There you go. I completely lost picture.
Out of your gourd.
Did you also lose picture in picture? Because I have now nothing but full screen commercials.
I have full screen match. Yes, the lost picture in picture, but the commercials are gone. So we have Santana Ortiz setting up for double pile driver. Sammy Guevara with the assist on FTR. You have the exposed wood. Now
so revolutionary.
Jericho and Sean Spears is about to do something that's going to botch. Yeah, Jericho broke out, and Sammy Guevara kicked Sean Spears, who can't do anything right, even with the broken turnbuckle. Hager and Wardlow still going at it. Ortiz has entered the near ring. Their face paint is completely off.
Is it just me, Jeff, or FTR doesn't look good in this match? Like, they look like they've lost a step.
I would say, yeah, they do look slow. This is definitely not their natural setting, but I don't remember them ever really. I mean, they're crisp when they move in tag team matches, Everything else, they're sort of out of place. All right, that was pretty. That was a coast to coast almost, or at least side to side.
This is LAX's best match. Proud and powerful. Oh,
I think it's just Santana Ortiz now. I think they dropped the proud and powerful, thankfully.
Oh yeah, well, good. Santana Ortiz is better.
So I just say I think because you never know from week to week. So that was a hell of a move that Sean Spears took, as he should, because he stinks.
I thought he tapped out. I'm confused.
He did tap out. He completely tapped out, and then he miraculously came back into the match. Heads of sanitation, Chris Jericho. Head engineer. Sanitation engineer, man.
I've got to give it to Ortiz in this match. He started out looking like one of the Gorillas of Destiny, then morphed into Thunder Rosa, then had bouts of looking like the Barbarian. And
he does look like a small barbarian.
And the Berserker. So kudos to him for cosplaying as all of those wrestlers.
Yeah, he's had a very successful cosplay night, and now they are cutting wide open.
Are they going to light the place on fire? What are they doing?
I don't know, but
there's shivs. Oh, they brought shivs.
Yeah, that thug style. Oh, see, they had the Rikers Island jumpsuit, so prison shivs make sense. That's all right. And MJF taking some blood.
Oh, this is like the Berserker right here. Berserker used to do this.
Charmaine. Well, hopefully she does right back, Charmaine. But the point is, she probably won't. So keep it going and have your friends do it and start a retweet train, because I know that you are very popular, and you can get this started. You can get this trending on Twitter for Jade Cargill to follow Unpopular Review. Come on, fans, don't let us go. Don't let us down. But more importantly, don't let Charmaine down.
I can't believe there's 13 more minutes in this match. How does the Pinnacle recover from this? Like, they look like they're getting their asses kicked here.
Well, I mean, they could still win it, but if they don't win this, how do they recover? I think that they probably don't, and they probably shouldn't. I mean, I think the recovery is that they blame Sean Spears for it, and they all turn on him.
And not only that, Jeff, but like I feel like they've already like gone to like every kind of token thing they can do in this match, and they've still got about 13 minutes more to go. Like, what else can we see besides the ring exploding? Well,
somebody can jump off the top of the ring. We haven't seen anything like that yet. I mean, Guevara is certainly capable of that.
I don't know. I feel like why don't they go for the pin? Like, why don't or the submission? How do you win this stupid thing? Pin and submission?
I don't know the rules because they already got a submission. So, I mean, if that was the rules, then the faces should have already won. The Inner Circle already submitted Sean Spears. So I don't know if everyone has to submit or lose for the team to lose. I don't know if the captain has to submit or lose. I don't know if you can only lose when it's all five are in there at the same time. I mean, I think that might have been what the bell signified, that it was then 5-on-5 and the match restarted at that point, which is dopey.
Agreed.
Trey wants to know who doesn't like Shayna. I mean, I guess it depends on Shayna.
This is true.
Which Shayna is he talking about?
Shayna on NXT.
Shayna on NXT? What Shayna's on NXT?
Captain Shakespeare. Ron's co-host, Shayna.
Oh, yeah. No, agreed. She's very pleasant.
Very.
She's always smiling. She's happy. Yeah.
Did Wardlow just no-sell a chair shot? What the fuck?
Could be.
What is going on?
That movie's never on TNT. It's on every day. That woman from Pitch Perfect is in it.
Oh, I love her.
And the Hilton commercials. I don't know what her real name is. Anna
Kendrick. Anna Kendrick. Sorry, it's Anna Pena. That's what her name is. That's what her name is going to be, because Jesus Christ.
The Professor is back. Still didn't identify his expertise. This Blood and Guts turned into NXT TakeOver War Games Spot Fest with gimmicks. Well, that's welcome to AEW, my friend. I mean, that's what it is. It's gimmicks and spot fest, but they never stop doing them. So,
but they look like they ran out of gimmicks, like they ran out of spots. I feel like they're gassed. Everybody looks gassed to me. Where are you going from here?
I'm not going anywhere. I'm just sitting on the couch and giving commentary and talking
Is
about
that Brother
it.
Love at ringside? Oh no, that's
Yeah.
Tully Blanchard. What is Tully Blanchard stealing Brother Love's gimmick? Why is
No,
he?
that's actually Don Johnson.
I thought it was the Colonel. What is going on here? Do we see the kitchen sink, Jeff?
I hope so. I mean, I would say any sink will do. It doesn't need to be kitchen sink. Whoa, is that in sync?
Yeah, it's in sync. They came to Whitney Houston's house. How they got her
just
back
said
from
a
the dead, I don't
kitchen
know.
sink, and we saw in sync.
Oh no, Colonel Mustard. I mean,
I told you we're gonna see people on these things and someone jumping off of high places. Oh, let's see. We got Tully got hit by the door.
that's
Somebody's
not
climbing
nice.
to the top. Oh, it's MJF trying to escape. Well, now we know that Jericho's got to go. He's got to be the Mountie and get his man.
He's got to be the Mountie.
Do you think that MJF goes through the center of that ring and takes a Mick Foley-like fall? Or
No, I
do you
think it's
that they
it's Jericho.
Do you think that they all gather up like quails or coils to catch him in a contrived spot? Oh wait, here's more Charmaine.
If it's AEW, they're gonna miss him. You know how
I
like,
know
they always.
Santana Ortiz. I saw Santana at Queens when a friend, Matt Travis, was killed on November 19th. That's very sad. That was a terrible story. I believe that you know Santana Ortiz. I have actually met Santana, not Ortiz. He was very personal. Well, he's friends with a friend of mine, actually my former podcast co-host. They're friends, but nevertheless, we're only looking for Azrael. If you can get me Santana or a Homicide, that's even better. Not me. I mean, unpopular review, but we will absolutely take Santana, Ortiz, Homicide. But we'll even take Azrael, man.
Am I actually seeing a commercial for a woman shaving her pubic hair on what the hell is going on?
In fact, you did. That's because they have the coveted 15 to 30 female demographic.
I've got a commercial for Gillette pubic hair shaving, and then on the small screen is Jericho's face. What?
Yeah.
What is going on?
Well, I guess a Manscaped commercial is coming up next.
This is wild. This is wild.
Oh, sharpshooter up top. Can you tap on top? Is the roof of the cage part of the ring? Is this where it ends? Oh, there you go. Oh, low blow shot. That was smart. I've never seen that escape from a
heel,
from a Boston Crab.
It's not a Boston Crab. That's the Walls of Jericho.
Oh, I'm sorry. Walls of Jericho, right? It was not the Lion Tamer, though.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, look at that.
Why did he release it?
Well, basically got hit in the nuts.
Gotcha. I'm a little bit delayed. I see that now.
How far delayed are you? Because I can pause mine so we can be at the same time.
He just got hit. No. Keep going forward because everybody else might be forward. So
okay,
I'll deal with it.
Why is it bleeding? They're all because it's blood and guts.
Well,
why aren't we seeing guts? Is the only question, Charmaine. Why aren't we seeing guts? Is the question. They're all bleeding. If you're asking why isn't Jericho bleeding, that's a good question. He might actually be out of blood.
You know why, Charmaine? Because women bleed once a month, so that's what happens.
Wow. Why Jericho's not bleeding? I don't know. His doctor might have said that you're really too old and you can't afford to be losing any more blood in this kind of tomfoolery. Or Chris foolery. The Fujiwara armbar. And the nice stomp onto the fingers. Good.
Charmaine says too much information.
Well, I mean, I agree with you in concept, but Charmaine, at this age, you should know that already.
So this submission hold, do we really think this is what's going to make Jericho tap?
No, the ring is out, and we get a ring shot, so that could do it. By the way, on behalf of Unpopular Review and Unpopular Review Entertainment, nobody out there should be taking their hygiene advice from any of our hosts. They are the opinions of ourselves and ourselves alone.
Who? About what? What are we talking about?
about Steve teaching us about women and bleeding, and
Oh well,
me about masking, and inflicting past the crowds.
all I said was there are women that bleed once a month. This is
It's really good that you repeated it.
At times factual. This is factual, right?
Now Chris Jericho is bleeding, says Charmaine, and she is correct. Chris Jericho is bleeding.
I think my eyeballs are bleeding by watching this match.
Well, you know that's why your parents don't let you see R-rated movies.
No, they don't. I'm gonna need to watch a lot of Bluey after this.
I don't know what Bluey is, but okay.
Oh, it's a great children's show. You should watch it.
Okay. No, I watched Condor today. That was a damn fine show. Very homelandy. It's too bad that William Hurt was wasted as. Whoa! The Inner Circle surrendered. How
did they surrender? Why? Because you threatened to throw Jericho off?
Yeah, and they gave up. So you can quit. You can surrender.
This is a lame ending. They're gonna throw somebody off.
That is a lame ending. Well, he better kick him off anyway.
Somebody better be thrown off this top of this cage.
Well, unpopular review says laugh my ass off. That's probably Chris, or maybe it's David. Chris lost. Which Chris? Chris Harris didn't lose. Chris Jericho lost, but his team surrendered for him. I wonder if Jericho's going to turn heel again over this. See, the faces should have won this match, but everybody called it right that the heels won the new faction, even though half of them aren't young.
No, the faces did win. The faces are wearing white. Look, Chris Jericho is giving instruction. Giving MJF instructions. Anyway. Like, come on, guy.
And they quit over that? They didn't know he was going to do it anyway? Oh, Sam, you're so upset. Oh, wow. Oh, the drama.
Do you think this explodes?
I think that was an explosion. That was...
This was so whack. How does the steel look like cushions?
Members of the medical staff are out, Tony. You're a commentator. Not is out. Is a singular. Member of the medical staff is out. That's your grammar lesson. Wait, where's the professor? He should be doing this.
I'm sorry. I don't... It took so long to set this
Whoa,
this
look
spot
at him posing like Batman or like Evil Craven the Hunter.
Oh my God. It took so long to set this spot up that it just looks so hokey. I'm sorry. I can't.
Well, this is an anticlimactic finish. This is not good. Good evening, Mr. Riggs. By the way, Mr. Riggs, I rescinded my prior edict, and if you send me a friend request, I will accept it now because I just couldn't keep deleting people.
What's going on, guys? You're watching Unpopular Review. We are wrapping up this live stream. We are about to start our post show to discuss everything that happened on Blood and Guts AEW, but we were doing a watch along. I gotta admit, I'm not too thrilled about this match. I feel like it was a whole lot of nothing, but maybe other people feel differently. Drop your comments in the chat, and we'll put them up.
My experience is with AEW fans: if there's blood, half of them love it. If there's blood, half of them think it's too much for them. I think it was. I think the match itself was. If I wasn't doing this, I don't know if I'd be excited about this show. And this was sort of a cop out of an ending.
Jeff, the takeaway is okay, you got these shots of MJF looking like he's like this big meanie on the top of this cage, like he did something completely dastardly. Do you feel that he is this ultra villain now? Like, is he so, I don't know.
No more than before. I mean, no, I don't think so. Which is, well, it's part of why I thought the Faces had to win a match like this, but this is just, the Inner Circle has, aside from Jericho's title run, they've had no success. The Inner Circle should break up after this. Guevara should turn to the dark side of the Force. They all should.
Look at him. Is he hulking up? What is he doing up there?
I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he wants to be closer to God.
He just blew himself out.
Oh, look at that. Charmaine, I am not a fan of Awe.
Listen,
I like Awe.
was this shock and awe?
Awe is a promotion.
It is tonight.
Willie Jones
I'm in awe.
Jericho telling him to push him. Yeah, well,
Yeah, I know. You saw that too, right, Willie? Like, come on. What kind
Taz is an excellent manager for Brian Cage. That's so relevant right now, Mike. Exactly on point. You know what? At least he's not writing, Melvillian paragraphs here.
I like
Right,
that. I like that Jericho is with it enough that he's like, "Are the ratings in? Did we beat NXT? NXT's not against us anymore, Papa."
Well, guys, if you don't normally watch Unpopular Review, hopefully by now you're going to stick around and watch the post show, the normal AEW review show. Hopefully you're going to tell some of your friends about it, and you'll tell them how much fun it was to hang out here with your new friends, and how this is a great station, and you should subscribe and share. Well, Steve, you're better at saying that than I am. You tell them what to do.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jeff. Guys, you're watching Unpopular Review. We are wrapping up this live stream, this watch along for Blood and Guts, and we're going to head right into the post show. We're going to review the whole thing in a quick review. We're going to have the sheriff, we're going to have Kaden Dirtsheets and myself review it. If you want to see two AEW mark out about how the show was amazing, and then watch me tell them how much the show was complete trash, then tune in and make sure you subscribe and like Unpopular Review, because that's what's about to happen. It's going to be 2 against 1 on the AEW review show coming up in a couple minutes. Please make sure you stick around on Facebook and YouTube. Guys,
Thank you, guys.
That's it for Evil Dose. I am Big Daddy Cool. We'll see you on the other side. Take it easy, guys.
Later, all.